Okay, y'all. This is Dr. Hood. We up to no good. Um, you know what it is. We at this CPS court. CPS court reactions. Dr. Hood, you dig? We don't want no copyright strikes or nothing like that. This is for educational purposes only. We will attempt to mute out, different, little valuable or vulnerable little information. We're just trying to get the verbiage and to see, how these proceedings work, so that parents out there, fathers, that probably should be stepping up, mothers that probably shouldn't be opening their legs, having kids, bringing kids into this world without the proper mindset to, when you start something, you finish it. You have to have a finishing mentality when it comes to kids, because you never know, man. You could be taking care of that kid for a lifetime. Not only 18 years or whatever until you kick the kid out, but you might be really taking care of that kid forever. So we got some shit that we definitely gonna cook up. Let me pull up my my handy dandy Safari or Google Chrome. We on Google Chrome. So yeah, I got some stuff for y'all. There we go. This is an emergency removal hearing.
Has your client been very consistent in remaining in touch and contact with you in preparation for this hearing?
No, sir.
Oh.
And has she?
See, and that's what I'm talking about right there. This is an emergency removal hearing. They're about to remove some children away from their family. Like I said, we don't give a fuck about who it is. We're just talking about situations. Okay? I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a white girl, black girl. I don't really care. I just care about the situations and some of the things that could take place, because we don't really get to sit in on these things. And I'm gonna let y'all at Dr. Hood.
She been in contact with you today regarding this hearing or regarding anything else?
No, sir.
And has that hampered your ability to assist Ms. Murkett, who is respondent to your client? Has that hampered your abilities to do so?
Yes, sir.
The record will reflect that Ms. Murkett is the one who requested a court-appointed attorney. The court reviewed that request and has granted that request. I don't remember the exact date that we signed that order, but it has been at least 2 weeks and maybe longer.
Oh.
This hearing has been set and rescheduled on at least 2 times. Ms. Rankin, do you recall the basis for rescheduling this hearing and extending the orders that have been extended?
Yes, Judge. The orders have been extended several times due to lack of service on one or both parents. We now have service accomplished on both parents, and
they're ready to move forward. And like I said, I don't know who the people are involved. All I know that there's a child involved, and I know there's some responsibility that hasn't been taken. People haven't taken the responsibility. And they're bringing these beautiful children in the world, and the children, they're gonna grow up. I'm not gonna be the guy that says all children that grow up in these type of situations are gonna turn out to be bad. I think that people, you start off a good person, okay? You start off a good person.
I don't recall if one of the resets was because mother had requested an attorney and the attorney needed time to prepare, but that may have been a reason for one of the resets. But I know that service issues were reasons for the others.
Your Honor, may I?
Yes.
One reset was at my specific request because Miss Merkett was in a rehabilitation facility, but she's no longer in that facility.
Okay.
So I did request, and you granted a
So she's in rehab and all of this, and this is what happens. Everybody's on these perkies. Everybody's turning up. Everybody's getting drunk. Everybody's going to the club. And what's even more common with this is everybody's having kids. Okay. So she's in the rehab and she's trying to get, reevaluated and, all of this extra stuff. Right. And now this is an emergency removal hearing, the CPS, Child Protective Services, for y'all that don't know, and for y'all that didn't hit the like and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? I'm risking, getting copyright strikes and everything because I'm going above and beyond to bring you the meat and potatoes, because I could see sitting on these panels arguing with people and over issues and stuff. It's just not resonating. So I just want to get my few subscribers a quick look in, so you won't have to go look this shit up. You can kind of check it out right here. Let's go.
reset in order for her to be able to communicate with me, but she has not availed herself of that option.
All right. And the other respondent, Andrew Parker, has now been served. Is that correct, Ms. Rankin?
Yes, sir.
And he has not appeared either in writing, and he has not appeared through this in this Zoom video conference. It's my recollection that he has not contacted the court.
This is a dad. He's not complying. How hard is it? Because they're gonna have these hearings. They're gonna throw your ass under the bus that you didn't call. You didn't leave no emails. And calling is not even good enough. Okay, I need emails. So it's time stamped on when I sent that email. The email was sent. They get the emails, all of that. Phone conversations and just phone calls sometimes isn't enough. The person out of coverage area, and it's not going to be a valid excuse when you're dealing with this type of stuff. Even if it doesn't have to do with children, just regular court anyway, dealing with lawyers, and different things, programs that you have to sign up for. And you're sitting around pussyfooting around, not complying, and this is what they have to go by. This is what they're going by. So when guys get up here and complain about their situation and everything that they put their self in, okay, it make you go,
Or the coordinator for the purpose of discovering how to join this conference. That information would have been provided if he had entered. Let me also, just for the record, reflect that representatives of To Engage are also participating and have been admitted into this Zoom conference. And then Ms. Hodges with CPS. I think Ms. Hodges is still with CPS instead of To Engage. But she is also participating by Zoom teleconferencing. Just one other matter for the record one other matter for the record. The court is away from the office at the moment, and ordinarily I would have requested another judge to conduct this hearing.
It's too much. It's too much. We got children involved, and why would you want your kids in this situation is the question. And what can you do to prevent this And just because Dr. Hood is on here, just because I'm talking about it, that doesn't mean I'm exempt from it. Okay, I still have to conduct myself a certain way, to be a functionable adult. Let's get back to that. Let's just, slow everything down and just, go back to just being a functionable adult.
But quite frankly, the court's schedule did not give me the time to even schedule a visiting judge for today's hearing. And since we can do things remotely these days, I just brought my computer with me, and I am truly participating remotely. All right, I'm going to note Mrs. Fuller's inability to proceed adequately for her client without her client communicating with her, but I'm going to overrule any announcement of not ready to the extent that would prevent us from proceeding with this hearing. And instead, we are going to proceed with this hearing. Mrs. Rankin, you may proceed.
Let's go.
Thank you, Judge. The department calls Laura Hodges.
Ms. Hodges, would you raise your right hand and be sworn as a witness? Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you may give in this cause shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Don't be getting up here lying, okay? This is my channel. This ain't no funeral, okay? This is for educational purposes, but we got to make it funny too, okay? That's why I said we don't care about this lady. We don't care who she is. We don't care if she's white or black. We're not going through this, okay? You guys can just dig it up and see. But I just want you guys to just peek in, because, let's just say 90% of us or more, probably 99% of us, have never been in this type of setting or saw this, actually play out. You hear how it plays out. I've had family members that, got their kids taken, and other family members had to come in and take, but, as a kid, you're just thinking like, this is just a conversation that happened over the phone. Boom. Oh, I'll take them. All right, cool. She gonna be there, cool. But there's court that goes on. Okay. And thanks to this COVID stuff, and they're doing all this panels and Zoom streams and all of this, we're able to dig in and get in on some of this stuff. See how some of these judges, their demeanor, some of the fairness, that's what I'm looking for, fairness. And the biggest thing is to hold fathers accountable. I saw a few streams where the father was not in attendance, and so he wasn't there. He missed his court date. Okay. And they're making decisions about his life and his kids' life and the kids' well-being and, all of this. And as a father, not stepping up to the plate. That's huge. That's huge. We're going to be doing these, man. These Dr. Hood court reactions. I'm going to get at least 10 of them booted up before I even drop the first one. So you don't even have to worry. Hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to be dropping these things very early in the morning. I want to have a morning show, but the way, my schedule is, it's kind of hard for me to get up in there, because I want to get up in there about 5:36 my time. It's a little difficult trying to get up in there. I can't really dig into about 7, at the earliest, and it takes me a little time to settle down. So 7:30 is about the time I cook, so we're going to be cooking these, and I'm going to be putting them on the aisle and packaging them up and slanging these. Let's get it.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. Ms. Rankin, you may proceed.
Can you state your full name?
Laura Hodges.
And how are you employed?
I'm a CPS investigator for the Department of Family and Protective Services.
When did the department become involved with the children, Nalia and Andrew Parker?
On April 1st, 2020.
And what were the allegations that originally brought CPS in?
The concerns were drug use by Misty Murkett and her current paramour at the time, which when I found her, she was no longer living with him.
Okay, so whoever this lady is, like I said, I don't give a shit, but I don't see her on the stream. So this lets me know right away that there's a mother that is a piece of shit, and you know she's not even here. Like, they're about to take her kids away from her. Okay, she doesn't even have the decency to show up to the stream. Okay, and there's no father here either. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. And this woman didn't turn like this overnight. You know, you didn't just have this fucking queen and then she just turned into this. This is something that you repeatedly built on. You know, this is a situationship, okay? Whoever the father is.
And were you able to alleviate those concerns, or was the concerns of drug use confirmed?
Your Honor, I'm gonna object. That would be hearsay.
Sustain, be more specific.
Yeah, because a lot of times, now this is the Dr. Hood, I will be on your side. You know, when it comes to the law making allegations about you, I will be on your side. So she wants to know, you know, was this something, you know, that you had some type of hard facts, something that you know personally, you know, that this woman is on these drugs, or is this just hearsay? Is this just a small community apartment type of deal, and you got some little riffraff going on and they think it's drug use or you know, dealing or whatever's going on? What is this? Okay.
With your question, and perhaps we can address the hearsay objection.
Yes, sir. Were you able to rule out drug use as a concern?
I'm
No,
gonna launch the
we
same
weren't.
objection. That'd be based upon hearsay.
Not necessarily overruled. Go ahead. You may answer, Ms. Hodges.
They're going in. They're going in. They're going in, and it's getting real scrappy in there, in that courtroom.
We were not able to rule out drug use, no.
Okay. Was the drug use from the respondent father or respondent mother?
I'm gonna object. It'd be hearsay. It's trying to backdoor hearsay.
Well, all right. Sustained as asked.
They're making his job hard. As a judge, man, they're making his job hard. But, you know, let's see, man. He's holding his composure. Let's just see if he, you know, holds up, you know, and enforce the law, you know.
Go ahead.
Did you have any conversations with the respondent mother about her drug use?
Yes, I did.
And can you tell the court some of the things that she admitted to regarding that?
She admitted that she had had a problem in the past, and she also admitted to having a problem with alcohol.
Okay, so she said a problem in the past, and then she alluded to the alcohol. So she went from the problem of the past. I'm gonna tell you, it was probably some type of illegal drug. Okay, and she didn't want to say that. She went to skip to the alcohol. You know, you have an alcohol problem. You know, a lot of people can relate to alcohol and alcohol abuse, rather if it was them or, you know, you and your friends out kicking it when you were younger. You know, you probably developed a little bit of alcohol problem for a year or two in your life, or 6 months, or a hot summer, you know. So I just noticed how, and that's her job. She jumped over the illegal stuff and went straight to the alcohol, which is something that's legal, right? can get frowned upon when you're in these type of settings. We're talking about CPS. You know, you obviously abused the privilege of having kids by the way you expose them or treat them or take care of them, right? Let's dig in.
Sent her for drug tests.
Okay. And when you sent her for drug tests, did she show up for those? Did she comply?
She would show up, but then the drug tests were not.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay, outside of her personal knowledge. I'm assuming she was not present at the testing facility.
Your assumption is hearsay, so.
I'm pretty confident she was not present.
Overruled. Go ahead.
She did appear to drug test a couple of times, but wasn't able to give a proper sample. And
see, that's gonna hurt you. You can't give a proper sample and all of this. That's gonna just let them know that you're trying to hide something. Okay. So, and a lot of times you're like a deer in headlights because, you know, you didn't have nobody like Dr. Hood that's gonna stream this type of shit and let you know, like, oh shit, you know, if you roll down that road or you deal with that woman with her unfit ass, your kids could very well be in this situation. So you need to know, you know, the sample, it wasn't a good sample. That tells them automatically that you're trying to hide something.
So we couldn't get a proper UA, urinalysis test on her.
Do you know if any other state agency was supervising her?
Yes, she is under adult probation currently.
Okay. And do you know whether or not her probation had been revoked?
Not that I know of, no.
Do you know whether or not she was in compliance with her probation by drug testing for them and showing up for different meetings for them?
Your Honor, I'm object. That would be based upon hearsay.
But sustained.
Did the respondent mother ever tell you whether or not she was meeting with her probation officer and drug testing with probation?
She did tell me she had an appointment at one time with them. And I don't know if
it's not looking good, and the woman's not even there, you know. So, and we ain't gonna sit through the whole thing, man. I just want to give you guys a little clip of what this is. You know how long these shows are. You know, we run them about 30 minutes, okay? So we ain't even gonna get a chance to really dig into this and see what happens or whatever. I just want y'all to see this, you know. So this mother and this father isn't there, and they're talking about drug use and all of this. I mean, UAs and probation, you know. You know, I'm not gonna have a baby with somebody that's on probation. I know that. Maybe some of you guys will. And there's some down ass chicks, you know, they got themselves in a fucked up situation. But, you know, you look for the ones that are on probation if you want. Okay.
if she ever drug tested for them.
Okay. And so after you made contact with the respondent mother, did you ever make contact with the father?
No, I was never able to make contact with him after numerous tries and attempts.
Do you know his whereabouts right now?
I just have an address that we had in Cleburne. That's all I know. I don't know if that's really where he is or not.
Okay, yeah, so she, this lady's gonna dig in really hard, and she's making this lady's, the parents are making this lady's job hard. For one, they're not there. Somebody has to represent them, okay? You can't even get a hold of the dad. There's no references. You don't know where he lives. You don't know, and that's a deadbeat motherfucker. And 9 times out of 10, there'll be another woman that gives this man a second chance. Let's just call it that. Let's call it a second chance of being a father again. Okay? Just throw this one out the window, or how many kids or however many times this happened, CPS came, emergency removal. It's not looking good. Okay? It ain't looking good. So, and then after she gives him the chance, she gets up on panels and stuff and talk about how men ain't shit. Because that's another child without a father that's being removed. You know, I don't even know if there's any family up here that's gonna step in and take the child. I don't know. And we might not even get into that. Because I'm gonna leave it to the dispense. So you can put it together your damn self and be smart. A lot of times you put everything on the goddamn table, motherfuckers just won't get it. They won't pick it up. Pick up something from this motherfucker. That's what we want to do here at Dr. Hood. Okay? Pick up something from it. Learn something from this shit. Okay?
Now, leading up to the removal, what were the different concerns that led up to the department taking action and wanting to remove the children?
Throughout the whole case, Misty had not cooperated with us as far as the drug testing and meeting with me when she needed.
See, then you get these drugs involved, and you get some type of court order. So she's has to do mandatory drug tests. And these are some of the things that are going on. And these are some of the chicks that got you kids. And they can't pass fucking drug tests either. Okay? And they throwing you under the bus on social media. But them hoes can't pass a drug test either. Right? I'm not trying to give you guys no fucking ideas or no shit. Okay? Fix you. Learn something, fix you. That's all I'm gonna say.
And so we got a court order to drug test the children because of concerns that she was still using.
So, hold on. What? What?
Were you able to drug test both of the children?
Yes.
Now, did the respondent mother transport the children for testing, or did the department?
The department did. I drove them myself.
So the department came and got the kids and drug tested them. Okay? And one of you dudes will impregnate this female again, you know, depending on her age and how she looks. If she's a bad one, okay? If she's a bad bitch, you know, you'll fuck with her, right?
Okay. And do you know whether or not the children were positive for narcotics?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Sustained.
Based on the, did you ever have any conversations with the children about drugs?
Yes.
Objection. Hearsay.
That's not hearsay to ask if she had
Yeah, yes. Lady, that's not hearsay, man. Calm your ass down.
any conversations.
Yes, sir.
Proof.
I hold my objection.
Okay. Were you able to ascertain whether or not the children had any knowledge about drugs or drugs being used in the home?
When I talk,
Hearsay.
Sustained, you need to hit your trigger faster.
Yes, sir. I'll just leave it unmuted.
Okay.
So
It's dicey.
after you tested the children, what was your next step?
due to the results of the test, we filed for an emergency.
Objection, Your Honor, to any reference to result of testing as hearsay and non-responsive.
Overruled. You can finish that answer.
It's dicey.
We filed for an emergency removal because of the results of the tests.
So the kids tested positive for drugs. Okay? And we're putting all the blame on the dad. We're putting all the fucking blame on the dad. Because his fuck ass should have never put his eggs in that fucking basket. Right? See, us men, the beautiful thing is we got choices. We have choices. And I know you want to say, oh, women, they got choices. Once a man, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that fucking bullshit. Because we already heard it. It's not because it's not true. It's because we already heard it. Okay? So, this is a fucked up situation. And the dad did the reckless act and fuck with this broken ass woman. You fuck with this broken ass woman and she can't bring no value to the fucking table to even fight it out. Shout out to all the strong women that are actually single mothers. Not the ones where the dad is right around the corner and that, and he can be right there and you could drop the kid off anytime. Not those. Not the dads that's just not with you emotionally, but the ones that really are single mothers, that muster it up and take care of those kids whether the dad died. You guys are the MVPs, because you got grown ass people and they don't even want to answer Zoom calls to keep their kids. Wow. I'm gonna give you guys a couple more minutes, man. Another 30 seconds or something, man, and we out of here. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications, because I'm gonna be dropping these things early in the morning, on time, every time. And we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Okay. And when you filed for removal, did you have any conversations with the respondent mother about potential placements for the children?
Yes, we always allow the parents to give us who they would like the children to be placed with.
Okay. And who did the respondent mother want her children placed with?
Her first choice was Sullivan Daniels, who was an ex-boyfriend of hers.